The answer is yes, you can. Yes, you can join me on Patreon. I have two tiers. I think one is $6 a month. The other one is $36 a month. One of them you get merchandise if you join my Patreon. Support me on Patreon. You can be my sponsor. I just had noodles and chicken today. My dinner was noodles and chicken. I like crackers and snacks. I like crackers and snacks. She's wonderful, she's marvelous, and she's mine. Oh yes, bells and whistles. I have bells and whistles. I'm a whistleblower. That's what I'll be for Halloween. I could be Edward Snowden for Halloween. I'm a whistleblower. Where is money? Where is fancy bread? In the heart or in the head? That was pretty good. All I did was I heated up some cup of noodles. I heated up some cup of noodle. I cooked some cup of noodles in the microwave, and I heated up some chicken, stir-fried chicken. It was like eating at a Chinese restaurant. Stir-fried chicken and noodles. Tin Man. Hey, crackhead. Hey, crackhead. Crackheads. I used to see a lot of those in California. Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely face. Such a lovely I think it's a place. Such a lovely face. Such a lovely place. There's plenty of room at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise with your alibis. You just farted. Oh wait, I almost missed my cue. There we go. Now I just farted. There's plenty of room at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise with your alibis. Pink champagne on ice. I love a good fart. I agree. I love a good fart. As long as it's not in the car. Car farts. Car farts can result in cracking a window. They can become window crackers. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Living it up at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise with your alibis. Hi, Eric. We got another spammer. We may have a spammer. What happens to spammers? They get timed out. tomorrow. Welcome to the Renaissance Fair. Don't call him a dummy. Dummy. Dummy used to be an actual term. When people took the IQ test, dummy was one of the scores. There was idiot, moron, dummy. We don't use those. You love the music. All right. What was the other? There was other ones. There were like imbecile. That was another one. Imbecile. It depends on how high or low you scored. Test with music. And then there's Herbie Hancock. Rocket. And who could forget Sesame Street? One toot. Ah, ah, ah. Two toots. Ah, 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 ah. I love to count. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need to make a short of that. Play all my tunes. Even Star Wars. R2-D2. Darth Vader, you know. Hey, g'day, mate. Sorry if I'm sounding a little nasally. Maybe it's nasally. Maybe it's nasally. We might be getting an early spring today. It was kind of warm. You like this is good. All right. I like you like it good. You like the good. Conan the Barbarian. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women. What is steel compared to the hand that wields it? If you do not know the enigma of steel, Crom will cast you out of and laugh at you. Do you know the enigma of steel? Do 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 do. That's right. Crom is your god. If you do not know the enigma of steel, he will cast you out of Valhalla and laugh at you. Yes, sir. I was trying to find the enigma of steel. That is strength, boy. That is power. Where do you live? You want to know where I live? I hardly know you. I live rent-free in your head. Anyway, I tell people I'm in Georgia. I'm in Georgia. Many songs are about Georgia. Georgia on my mind. The night the lights went out in Georgia. The devil went down to Georgia. I don't think he stayed very long. You're in Tennessee. All right. Tennessee. That's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. All my exes live in Texas. That's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. I think isn't that George Strait? My mom has 2 of those CDs. And then there's Promise Me, Son, not to do the things I've done. Walk away from trouble if you can. It don't mean you're weak if you turn the other cheek. You don't have to fight to be a man. I'm trying to remember a song that really moved me. There was a song that really moved me. It was about a father's love. A father's love. When he went to the pearly gates. And there was... My mom has that CD and I haven't heard it. Number one. Number one. You're the Duke. You're the Duke. That's what you should say when you go to the bathroom, public bathroom. Start saying, you're the Duke. You're the Duke. When you drop a Duke. You know what? The reason they called John Wayne the Duke was because he was a boxer. John Wayne learned how to box, and they called him the Duke. You're a duck? Quack, quack, quack. They say ducks don't have an echo. The duck quack. They challenged that on Mythbusters. You're a deuce? Deuce is wild? Deuce. I'm going to remember that song. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate when people come back. They're my Boomerang fans. They go away, but they come back. It's kind of like the Hotel California. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. There's plenty of room at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise. A father's love. Why does that song not come back to me? I'm trying to remember that song. It was a very touching, moving song about a son who was like his father's son. Sweet Home Alabama. Lord, I'm coming home to you. You know what? The Southern man don't need him around anyhow. Sweet Home Alabama. Lord, I'm coming home to you. Now tell me do. Neil Young will remember. You know what? You gotta know when to walk away and know when to run. This is great. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that people like this show. But when did you shave? You noticed that today. I went outside and I noticed it's hot outside. And my beard was just making it worse. So I got my shaver, my dull shaver, and just went until all my beard is gone now. Now you can see my baby face. You didn't know. Well, now you do. Wow, my shaving is making headlines. This just in. Eddie from Eddie's Funhouse shaved his face. Pow, pow. That's right. I'm back, like I said. As promised. I came back from my duties. Hey, pow, pow. So it's Tay, Kesley, Kelsey, Bella. Wow. The group is here. The gang's all here. Hail, hail. The gang's all here. Yes, you can have a cookie. Wyatt's not here. Okay. Sing us a song. One pill makes you larger and one pill makes you small. And the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall. When you go chasing rabbits and you know you're going to... I love you too. I love you too. And you know you're going to fall. Tell them a hookah smoking caterpillar has given you the call. Call Alice when she was just small. What happened to your flute? It's still here. This is good. Ding ding. Oh, you want to hear ding ding? Ding ding. We all love you. Thank you for that. I love you also. And I will always love you. And I was forgetting the best part. When the men on the chessboard get up and tell you where to go, and you've just had some kind of mushroom, and your mind is moving low, call Alice. I think she'll know when logic and proportion have fallen sloppy dead, when the white knight is talking backwards and the red queen's off with her head. Remember what the dormouse said. Keep your head. Keep your head. I sang softly to you. I didn't want to break your eardrums. Softly, slowly, hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the headlights on the highway. Count the headlights on the highway. Hopefully they're not oncoming traffic. I like traffic lights. I like traffic lights. But only when they're green. You should stream tomorrow at 5. I might be able to. I have to go get some blood work done tomorrow. That's why I have 5 p.m. Yeah. If everything's done, I can do this. I can totally do this. It's 6:07 right now. 5 o'clock. That's what I can call it. I got to be there for my 5 o'clock. My hair appointment. Okay. I'm not making any promises. because sometimes the universe has other plans. Sometimes the good Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. The good Lord willing, yeah. That's the only thing I have to get out of the way. My primary care physician, primary care doctor, said that I need to get some blood work done so they can monitor me, monitor my progress. Is just me. It looks like it. I see 3 up there, though. There's a possibility that you're not the only one. You're not the only one with this devotion. Well, at least you are here. I will mark you down as here when the roll is called up yonder. When the roll is called up yonder, 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 I'll be there. Yep, for me, there's one. I'm going to lay down my burdens down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Hi, Brayley. Brayley? It's me. Yes, it is. See, you're not the only one. You're not the only one with this emotion. Do you have a pet? You know what? I'm trying to take care of an orange cat. There's an orange cat that comes up and lets me pet him. I guess that's considered a pet because you get to pet the pet. Brayley, too. That's right. We got, yeah. I also take care of some birds. I have a hummingbird feeder. My mother bought a hummingbird feeder, and I fill it up with bird juice. Yeah. I did a video, a live last year. I set up the camera so that you could watch the hummingbirds. You have a cat? We have that in common then. You have a cat, and I'm trying. I'm trying. Like a father trying to bear a son. You have 2 dogs, 2 doggies. You should make videos of them. That's what they should do out there on YouTube. If you have a pet, say, hey, this is my pet. Sometimes it works out. People like to watch videos with pets in them, especially when they're doing odd things. And the author is a Kiki. Oh, another is a Kiki. What is a Kiki? Sounds like a piece of fruit. A kiwi, a Kiki. A kiwi is a kind of fruit, isn't it? Mine are named Ellie and Duke. We were just talking about Duke. John Wayne was known as the Duke. My cat's name, yes, is Kiki. All right. Introduce us to Kiki. Say, this is Kiki. Meow. But don't give away your address. Somebody might want to take, don't let somebody take Kiki. That would be bad. You got to keep a close eye on your pets. People sometimes, they want to take pets. You're our dogs. Woof! Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. Dogs can be fun. There's a dog I like called Luna. My niece has a dog, a little brown dog. And her name is Luna. And she takes to me right away. She comes up and sits on my lap. It's been a while since I've been with Luna. It's been a while since I've been to my niece's house. My niece has 3 children. My niece has 3 children already. She's in her 30s already. Wow. Where did the time go? Where did the time go? Who put the bop in the bop, she bop, she bop. Once I had a dog, it pooped in the house. Don't they all? Don't they all just poop in the house? That's what they do. No matter what you try, my dog would always shut himself in my room. Somehow, he would always find a way to shut himself in my room. The door would be open, he'd go in my room, and the door would shut, like some kind of poltergeist. And I open the door, there's him, there's a turd, case closed. Yeah. That's the thing I liked least about Shaggy. That he would poop in my room. Of all places, he would pinch a loaf in my bedroom. And I got to sleep there. How dare you? And I'd walk him, I'd take him out for walks, I'd pet him, I'd comfort him during a thunderstorm. You know, my mom does that. She'd comfort him during the thunderstorm. He didn't like thunder. Oh, and I had a turtle. It was named Mabby. Oh, M-B-A. What kind of name is that? Mapee? M-B-A-P-P-E. Where did that come from, that name? Is that from Nigeria? Is that from somewhere in Africa? Sounds like a name from Africa. Don't know. Huh. What does the name mean? Usually the meaning of the name, you could usually get behind it if it has a meaning. I like Shania. Shania means I'm on my way. That's from France. Okay, that's French then. From France. So we got a total of 3 people here. Wow. Wow. I guess that's a lot for here. Other people have like, Braylee, I once had a bunny, and her name was Cottontail. Cottontail, aw. There's a Peter Cottontail hopping down the bunny trail. That's right, here comes Peter Cottontail hopping down the bunny trail. Rabbits don't like carrots, it turns out. Bugs Bunny is the one who started that. Yeah, what's up, Doc? He was always munching on a carrot. Nice. Very nice. He's Samish. My name is Borat. He's the same age as I am. Sacha Baron Cohen. He's from my generation. My generation, baby. Hope I die before I get old. Parlez-vous mon génération. That's how you sing it in French. I don't know what is going on. You're back. We're back. Where did you have to go? Did you have to go out and feed the bunny? Did you have to go out and make sure the dogs were let out? Welcome back. That's right. Willkommen. Wie geht's? They don't say wie geht es Ihnen anymore in Germany. They just say wie geht's. Welcome back. Hello. 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 Hello, my little angels. I had to help the kids in your... They weren't let out of the basement yet. They haven't behaved themselves. We are being big bags. Big bags? Backs. Big backs. Baby's got back. Paul. They call me Paul Paul. With a heart. It's endearing to call me Pawpaw. I am always A big back. Big back. Huh. Take another drink of my lemonade. Lemonade. Are you feeling okay? Oh, hold on. My brother just texted me. Hold on. Are you feeling okay? I did not know you had been sick. Oh, okay. I'll get back to him on that. Okay. You know what? You got to be stronger than you're sick. When you're sick, you got to be strong. You got to be strong. You got to be fast. You got to be wiser. You got to stay together. And I know love will save the day. That was in Karate Kid, the next Karate Kid. Do you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that? Hilary Swank played the next Karate Kid. That was a pretty good movie. They should play those back to back. Karate Kid and the next Karate Kid. They were going with a female as a superhero, as a hero. She was also in Million Dollar Baby. That was a sad movie. Boys Don't Cry. Wasn't that another movie she was in? I think that was her debut. Ha ha. I made you laugh? Well, good. Hee hee ha ha. Hee hee ha ha. Let's have some laugh therapy. Let's just laugh for no reason. Laugh therapy. I could set a timer for about 5 minutes. We could just laugh for 5 minutes for no reason. Like that scene with Dennis Hopper. Dennis Hopper was inhaling that nitrous oxide. He was just laughing. I'm going to see if I can find that video. It's a Dennis Hopper movie. He was inhaling nitrous oxide and he was laughing again. Maybe I should do a short of that. What movie is this from? And just start inhaling nitrous oxide. They say that it's called the laughing gas. I think that's what they give you when they work on your teeth. Inhale, breathe deeply. Inhale. Like that movie Extract. Extract, that's right. LOL. I got 2 LOLs. Inhale. Makes me want to put my fist in somebody's skull. I need to watch that again. I need to watch that and Napoleon Dynamite. You've seen Napoleon Dynamite? Uncle Rico? Yeah. Shaniqua was her name? God, what was her... I can't remember her name. It's been so long. My lips hurt real bad. Your mom goes to college. That's an endearing... That's a pretty cool... In Idaho? Wasn't it filmed in Idaho? I need to get my facts together. What I should do is write down all the facts and then read them off. So I don't have to rely on my fading memory. Why don't y'all just fade away? Talking about my generation. Don't try to dig what we all say. Talking about my generation. People do look awful cold. Hope I die before I get old. Hello. You always put an S at the end of the ed. Eds. Hello, Eds. Good day. It is Rodolfo. Who remembers Grandpa Dracula? Car 54, where are you? This Herman Mustard. Ed sounds fiender, friendlier. Edda. It sounds friendlier. Well, we'll stick to friendly then. It's scary, isn't it, when you watch the news? I thought Trump was going to chill out now that he's president. He seems to be wanting to cause a lot of discord. He's a causer of his last few years, I think, as president. Because I think you can only serve 2 terms. Bro, I be so tired today. Well, relax. Maybe I can talk you to sleep. I've been known to do that. I have that kind of voice, that soothing voice, that'll talk you right to sleep. Do you remember Patsy and Adina from Absolute? Yeah, I do. That was big in the 90s. Ab Fab. They called it Ab Fab. That was a British show. They played it on Comedy Central. I remember in January. Yeah. They called it Ab Fab Jan. That was a long time ago. In the 90s. I remember that. 94 and 95. Patsy called Edna Eds. Okay, that's where you got that from. Sometimes. Hello, Eds. For Edna. But I'm not Edna. I don't wear a skirt. I am anatomically correct. Did I stutter just then? Anatomically correct? Anatomically. Talking about the anatomy. Grey's Anatomy. That's an actual book. Grey's Anatomy. Eds. You know what? Penn Jillette was narrating for that. I'm pretty sure. It sounded like him. I wish I could go back. I wish I could go back to that time. It was so nice. I had just ended my old job. And, Ab Fab Jan was on TV all the time. Comedy Central. Pawpaw, you have some good grandkids. Yes, I do. You're good grandkids. Have a cookie. No, but affectionate version of Eddie. Okay, affectionate. Not to cause discord. Hi. So Tay is eating some good cookies. Are they special cookies? Specially baked cookies that make you want more cookies? Tay is eating. Okay. You loved Ab Fab? Absolutely fabulous. It's interesting how you can get caught up in a show. My brother, it was Roseanne. When my brother was in the Marine Corps, every time he came home, he'd watch Roseanne. Because it just, he was able to shut off the world, I guess. That was a pretty popular show. I guess Gilbert had just passed away. Melissa Gilbert? Not Melissa Gilbert. God, one of the Gilberts. Younger or older brother. Younger brother. I have 2 younger brothers. I was the first one. That's what on my mom's tummy is first. I wrote that in her womb. Younger or older. Okay, I got caught up in Ed's Funhouse. You get caught up? You can get caught up in Ed's Funhouse. We'll have to help you out. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. In your head, yes, in your head, you're always in Eddie's Funhouse. You're always in Eddie's Funhouse. Eddie, I can't be your favorite grandkid. Yes, you can. You can be my favorite grandkid. For only $9.95 a month. You can be my favorite grandkid. Double tap the screen. That's right. Like Zombieland. The double tap. Because when you shoot a zombie, you got to shoot him again to make sure he's dead. Where would you go if you could? I'd like to visit Ireland. I've always wanted to know what it's like there. Just to see, or Scotland. Scotland has a lot of haunted locations. Hell no. Where would you? I want to go to Universal Studios Orlando. I want to see the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Japan! There's a lot of restrictions in Japan. Japan! Big Man Japan. Have you ever seen that movie? I have that movie. Big Man Japan or something like that. It's about a giant who has to fight weird monsters. There we go. Sorry about that. You liked it. Big Man Japan? A big guy who had to put on a diaper. Eddie, how's your day? It's going pretty well. Thank you for asking. You got to go? Well, thank you for being here. You can leave with permission. You can leave Eddie's Funhouse with permission. That's what they say in the Marine Corps. No Marine gets to die without permission. You have my permission if you have something more important to do. You like Scotland. You've been there? Did you go to that doggy bridge? There was a doggy bridge. Doggy suicide bridge or something like that. Thank you. Mahalo. Domo arigato. Bye, wild. Yes. Wild. Really wild. That's what Bob Hope said a lot. Wild. That's really wild. You know what's wild? Bob Hope lived to be an old man. George Burns lived to be an old man. You went to Edinburgh. You know, the Grim Life Collective? They went there. Edinburgh, Scotland. They were looking at a castle. It's amazing what they don't let you see. There was a place where Edmund Kipper was the co-ed killer. They were in front of the bar he used to hang out at, and they didn't let him in. They didn't let them in to film. It's like, wow, these people are here they were a YouTube channel. They were there to film, and they didn't let them come in. I guess they had their reasons. That would be good for business, wouldn't it? Hey, these guys were featured on YouTube. I'm going to go check that out. But I guess people don't want too much business, especially if they're known for a serial killer being there. That would be bad for business, I think. They said he was very friendly. He likes, 6'5". Yeah, he was and he had a sense of humor. People they called him Big Ed. And he would just come in and hang out with the cops. And he would listen to what they were talking about. And when he said he was killing people, they thought he was just joking. Which kind of throws people off. I was listening to him he was being interviewed one time. And kind of interesting. People who could kill you are so nice to talk to. Yep. It's always, he was a giant, a gentle giant. Aren't giants always gentle? Unless you try to steal their harp or their goose that lays golden eggs. They want to grind your bones to make their bread. It's a fun game to play. You'd never know. Which game is that? Game. Who's the serial killer? I can't even say it right. There are so many games. Some you come out, you never leave this life alive. People take it so seriously. No one ever gets out alive. They think they're postponing their day of demise. But are they really? Every move you make, every breath you take, they're watching you. And isn't it interesting to think about that? Think about, if you don't smoke, if you don't take drugs, are you really prolonging your life? If a lightning bolt, if you're destined to be hit by a lightning bolt, does it really matter? If you're destined to be shot by a stray bullet, does it really matter whether you smoke or not? I didn't smoke, and I have a heart condition. I didn't drink. I didn't do drugs, excessively. And it didn't, but then again, do the choices you make really prolong your life? Because you never know the variables, the odds, of you standing where you are right now, something happening, whether you took 2 steps or 4 steps, whether you stayed there 5 minutes or not. I always think of stuff like that. Does it help to be in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing? You got the right one, baby. That's what Ray Charles used to say. Am I thought-provoking? Somebody said I was thought-provoking. Am I provoking thoughts? Do I live rent-free in your head? Can I take my shoes off while I chill in your head? Take your shoes off. Relax. Relax. You're home now. I like plaques. When I go into somebody's house, I've been following you around for 3 months now, waiting for the perfect timing. Really? Was there ever a time when you went, damn it? You've been for 3 months now. Are you trying to... Paranoia. You could trigger paranoia by talking like that. People get a little too cautious. Extreme. I love this show. Well, thank you. Thank you for loving the shows. Isn't there a website that can predict how much time you have left? How many more years you're going to live? Where's my mind going today? Somebody was talking about that. There's a website you can go to where they can calculate how much time you have left. I guess there's some kind of a formula. Waiting for the perfect time. We're already dead. Isn't that what Charles Manson said? I'm already dead. You can't kill me. I'm already dead. I have been following you for about 10 months. People are keeping track. So you know what? Maybe this is going to go somewhere. I'm going to make something happen here. I'll be talked about. Somebody's going to write a book about Eddie's Funhouse. The guy who started it all. Don't talk about Uncle Charlie like that. He told people he didn't want to be let out. He warned people not to let him out. And they did anyway. And they suffered the consequences. Uncle Charlie. Some people, I don't think they're thinking right. I don't think people are thinking right. When it comes to recidivism, people are more likely to offend again if they in fact offend. But what blows my mind is the people who are wrongfully accused. People are locked up who didn't do anything. People are executed who didn't do anything. And it's scary. It's scary because I could look like a person who would do something, and you just be in the somebody just says you look like the guy, and you could be in jail for 16 years. Uncle Charlie his hands are clean. It's how you play the cards. You ever watch the interviews? Who was that guy? Trying to remember the guy's name. He was Geraldo Rivera. He interviewed Charles Manson. Why do we do that? Why are we so interested in people who kill people? There's always an interview, like the Iceman, not Bill, the clown killer, the clown guy, who was, there was the BTK killer, who was installing alarms. He was installing alarms in people's houses because they wanted to protect themselves from the BTK killer. And he was the one who was installing their alarms. Fathom that. Fancy that. Or however you want to say it. The guy was caught. Okay, this clown guy, he was caught because people smelled. His house smelled funny. And then they started to investigate. That's how they caught him. That's what gave him away. You know who I'm talking about. Why can't I think about that right now? John Wayne. That's right. John Wayne Gacy. He was put to death. But we have such an obsession with people who kill other people. Hitler was another one. The Hitler Channel, they called the History Channel. Anyway. And it's like, why don't we talk about people who do good things? People who invent cures. People who... Mr. Rogers visited a girl in the hospital, brought his puppets and cheered her up and formed a relationship, with this and there was one girl who couldn't see that would attend his show, and she was making sure that the fish were fed. So he would say, "I'm feeding the fish now," People do good things, but we don't talk much about them. He writes of history books don't care about. They don't. And that's what's grim about it. We all seem to it's like a pack mentality. The wolves, What do the wolves want? People are feeding the wolves. Are we all a little bit wolf? A little bit wolfy when it comes to grim truths? Sometimes I just want to turn away, when I'm watching a video about a murder, how it was done, how they got caught. I just want to watch something better, something that makes me feel more optimistic, helps me restore my faith in humanity. In humanity! And then none of us hunt. If all of us hunted, would there be less murders? The world is evil. The world is a vampire sent to drain. Secret destroyer, hold you up to the flame. Isn't that what that song says? Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Someone would say what is lost. Yeah. If you got to kill something, go hunting. If you got to get that out of your system. The internet is a devil. I agree. The internet is a devil. They don't have a way of not showing us things we shouldn't see. We all want to see things we shouldn't see. When I was a teenager, I would look for movies. Traces of Death, Faces of Death. Isn't that weird? And it's like I had to put myself in check. Wait a minute. Why am I looking at stuff I shouldn't see? That's a protective, that's a defense mechanism. When we see a horrible situation and we want to get away from it, of course, but some people are fascinated. They find it fascinating what a train does to a person, or what an animal does to a person, or what a person does to a person. That was after I was a teenager. After I was a teenager, I started to come to my senses. Wait a minute. Why am I so because it's something, it's curiosity. I think that's what it is we get curious. Curiouser and curiouser. And then once that curiosity is satisfied, you don't want no more of it. But nature, when you watch video of nature, Komodo dragons, crocodiles, crocodile versus dog, are you a ladies' man? I've been told. I don't think of myself as a ladies' man. I try to avoid, for some reason. I was hurt really bad, emotionally. So what I do is I try to protect myself. Hello, Kayla. You're older than I am, and the internet was just coming around when I was a teenager. Yeah, but we had VHS. We could go rent movies. Movies like Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead and crazy killer Friday the 13th. It's just about a guy chopping people up. People go to those movies. You've been in your 20s for the faces of... Around then, yeah. They say it was just put together, that movie. Not all of it was actual... But yeah, talk about nightmares. You're back. That's right. Back at it. Welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. I miss when cell phones. I know. Cell phones. I remember phones were attached to the wall and you couldn't walk away. You couldn't walk around because the phone was attached to the wall. You had the phone cord. And then when I started seeing the cordless phones, I was blown away. You could walk around anywhere in the house with your cordless phone. I miss the cell phones. Do you like walking? I like documentaries. I love documentaries. There was a few, there's one about Ray Harryhausen. He did stop motion. Typo. What are walking documentaries? As a kid, we'd have to ride our bicycles to friends' houses to see what they were doing. I know. Now it's like, I'm sitting here, you're watching me talk, I don't have to go anywhere. That's why there's so many fat people. People don't even like to say fat anymore. They call it fat shaming. But yeah, if you want food, you don't even have to leave your car. You just drive your car up to a window and they hand you food through the window. It's like, we don't walk anywhere. Today I walked to the mailbox and back, I do things for my neighbor, and that gets me out of the house. It's like a little vacation. We need that. We need a little vacation. Just walk. Take a walk outside. And the oxygen, we're not getting the oxygen we need to our brains and organs. Our organs have trouble. It's like just basic biology. It's caused severe anxiety, depression. Yeah, it is. And it's like we're a perfect storm. We're a perfect storm for all these ailments, and they make money at the back end of it. We're lazy these days. We used to have manual door locks, yes? Yeah, on our cars. Now you just hit a button and all four doors are locked. Just walk away into Walmart. Walmart has these carts. I don't think everybody is disabled. They're just using the carts because they're so big, like Wally. That's part of it being. It is. Technology is the devil. We used to have to walk everywhere or ride a carriage back in Little House on the Prairie. You know, when you're watching those shows, Lassie, shows my mom watches, Leave It to Beaver, you know, people walked where they wanted to go. They had to talk on the phone or they talked to each other. Good documentaries to watch. And how are parted. I ruined my family's hometown of Palestine. These are, yeah, I have a whole playlist. I have a playlist of documentaries. Most of them are about Hawaii, how Hawaii was taken over. Hawaii used to just be Hawaii, but then it became the 50th state. And I think that might happen to Canada. They'll just come in and say, hey, this is ours now. Kind of like what we did to the indigenous people. They're even trying to drive off the indigenous people. Yeah, when you learn the history about Hawaii and what America did, they put her under house arrest. Liliani, I think it was the name of the queen. So it was a monarchy. Monarchy is when it's a male as king and a queen. I forget how that goes, but yeah, there was a queen, and imagine that. You know, she was a queen of her kingdom, of her you know, of her kingdom, I guess. And they put her under house arrest, and they forced her to sign documents. A few more years, and you won't even be able to go in stores. Yeah, the automation. Yeah, and again, who's doing this? Like the 1700s, they didn't have this. It was the 1900s. The end of the 1900s was when we started to really pick up technologically. Because yeah, the 1700s, we fought with pistols and rode stagecoaches and trains. Trains was our technology. Steampunk, you know, steam engines was the best technology we could come up with. And then the 1900s, they started working with electricity. Eddie, I haven't seen you in so long. Well, thank you for coming by. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? I mean, that story is as well. People conquer other people. It doesn't mean it's not evil. It's so not so on though. It goes on, yeah, and so on. And it's like, yes, I remember you. It's been a while, hasn't it? Sienna, yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back. Just because they can, and it's all about what benefits me. What benefits me? Like the indigenous people. If we just let the indigenous people do what they've been doing for thousands of years, how much better we could have learned from them. Do you remember me? Okay. Hello, you're back. Yes. Whoa, hello. Whoa, hello. Am I ignoring you? Do you ignoring you. We have at least 3 people. People think like that. They think that I'm ignoring them. And I'm saying, hi, hello. I'm reading your texts here. Woohoo, hello. What's the matter there, Sienna? Sienna, is that the right way to say it? The younger they get, it seems, the more they want. What do you want? I must have given you something the last time you were here. Something that made you come back. I must be doing something right. So I guess any time tomorrow, I'll be going in to get my blood drawn. That gives me the Sunday scaries. The rest of the month should be okay. I don't think there are any other appointments for me, for my mother. I'm going to quit thinking about the future. I think that's fair enough. We can't really know what's going to happen. I get so scared about the future. I get so scared because I compare the future to the present, and sometimes it doesn't look so promising when I compare the future to the present, because I don't think I can expect much. But then there's miracles. When a miracle happens, they're so unexpected. It could go either way. A bolt of lightning, a lottery ticket, an old friend who just came into lots of money. Money. I've got to quit thinking about money. The thing I think about the most is the thing that goes the worst. You gotta just enjoy everything. That's right. Every day I wake up, every day I'm not bleeding from somewhere. Every day I'm not bleeding from somewhere. It's a good day. As long as I have all my fingers. I've never went hungry, but I'm afraid of going hungry. I've never been homeless, but I'm afraid of being homeless. I think we're programmed to do that. We're programmed to be afraid of being homeless. Because what I think they do, I think they scatter some people out there who don't want to bathe, and they make us think about being homeless. Or they show us on the news, there's a possibility that you'll be homeless. And that's what keeps you working, what keeps you showing up to your job. George Carlin talked about that. Say, it's to keep them showing up to their jobs. Could you imagine if we all just got money? We wouldn't have to worry about working. We wouldn't have to show up anywhere to do anything. It's rigged. It's rigged so that you will keep showing up to your job. They just want you to show up to your job. And the truth is, you'll probably never be homeless. The truth is, you'll probably never go hungry. If it got to that point, you'd figure, yeah, I've noticed that. There's been some other times in my life. There's been some times in my life when I thought, oh my God, how am I going to make it? I just lost my job. And I still have rent to pay. And I think that's what it is fear is a good motivator, but it can also stop you in your tracks if you're scared enough. And it's in your head. What are you thinking about? Are you going to make yourself stop altogether? Like freeze? Some people do that when they're scared enough, they just freeze. But am I putting a curse on myself? I got to look at it that way. Am I putting a curse on myself by saying, this is going to happen? And then repeating it over and over again. Self-fulfilling prophecy? Got to say, no, that's not going to happen. Not while I'm alive. I'm not going to sleep on a park bench. I'm not going to look in garbage cans. But there are those who do. And I think they're put out there to make us show up to our jobs. We never really go homeless, but they show us, it's almost like a movie scene, like they're a bunch of extras. We are still animals. Yeah, we're built into us. Yeah, we're not going to say die. If you really think about it, it's kind of like that. Deep down in our minds, we, life finds a way. Like in Jurassic Park, we're going to just, we're going to be okay. Because we don't want to be homeless. We'll do everything it takes to not be outside when it's cold. Even if we got to move in with our mom. That was my default when the shit hit the fan. My default was to move in with my mom. Because my mom needed me too. So you know what? That kind of worked out, didn't it? It kind of worked out. And then if my mom, I don't know. I got to think more optimistically. Again, it's that maze in your head. You need to see the way out of that maze in your head. And it's funny, you do need to say, hey, we have this instinct, this survival, fight or flight. It's built into us. So we don't get eaten by a crocodile. So we're not killed by a bunch of bees. We think of something. We all have yeah, like I was talking about earlier, your number comes up. Whether you don't smoke an extra cigarette, whether you don't drink an extra beer, whether you dodge that car or not, or whether you walk on train tracks or not, are you really prolonging your life? Because I need to rest in that. Rest in the fact that my number's going to come up. Whether I take all my pills or not. Whether I eat enough sodium or not. How many push-ups I do. Some people, they're very fit. They run marathons and then they just drop dead. They run marathons. They're health nuts. Andy Kaufman. Remember Andy Kaufman? He was a health nut. They say Prince was a health nut. They were always so interested in what they ate, how well they took care of themselves. Some people never smoke a cigarette and they get lung cancer. It's like, how much of that is our choice? There was a lady I heard of who never smoked at all, got lung cancer. Maybe it's not cigarettes. Maybe it's us being afraid of dying. We manifest something in our bodies. Where does disease come from? We're supposed to be healthy. We're supposed to be able to eat. The people around us, we never let anybody starve. If you do, you're a monster. We can rest in that. Nobody's going to let you starve. Nobody's going to let you go without a sleeping bag. That's another philosophy, to get you out of the maze of your head. Something like my mother. She had another room in the house. She says, here's a bed. But that's the love of a mother. And then again, I help my mother a lot too. I'm her laundry boy. I'm her little laundry boy. Yeah. But that's only good for now. That's only good for now. That's one thing we need to remember. We all have an expiration date. But when is that day? If you knew what day you were going to die, how would you live? So if like Wednesday, April 20th, while you're at a pool party, you're going to die then. How would you live your life? I don't know. I wouldn't want to spend the rest of my life in a cell, so I'd be nice to people. I would just, if I knew, then I could just say, hey, It doesn't matter if my debts are all paid. I'm going to die on April 20th next to a pool with all these chicks. My heart's going to give out, and it's going to be okay. But anyways, but that's life. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. Such is life. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future is ours, you'll see. Que sera, sera. Where did everybody go? All these people that said they love me, and they're back. They're back, but where did they go? Some people are I don't know what other people would do. Let me know in the comments. If you knew the exact date you were going to die and how you're going to die. Some people would freak out. Like if a chimpanzee ate their face. You know, if they knew that's how they're going to die, I'd be thinking about that all day long. Oh my God, this chimpanzee is going to rip my head off. Or a crocodile. Or I'll be bitten by a black mamba. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing we don't know when we're going to die. This is Eddie's Fun House. We need to get back to having fun. Gotta enjoy it while you can. Yeah. You gotta run. Okay, well, thank you for joining. It's always nice to have people come back. Thank you. Drive through. Thank you. Come again. That's what I should tell people when they visit Eddie's Fun House and they say goodbye. Thank you. Come again. Listening to a guy talk. Mr. Chico. Mr. Chico Stick. On a scale of 1 to 10, how many women are tied up and dismembered? None. I'd have to say 0. I didn't have a basement. Why is that where all the weird stuff happens? In the basement. Don't go in the basement. Someone's in my fruit cellar. Someone's with a fresh soul. I like that line. That's one of my favorite lines. Someone's in my fruit cellar. Someone with a fresh soul. You just chopped up your girlfriend with a chainsaw. Does that sound fine? Or was it cut up? You just cut your girlfriend up with a chainsaw. Does that sound fine? Everybody knows what movie that's from. Evil Dead. Evil Dead 2. Sam Raimi decided to make it a comedy. That was hard to make. The very first Evil Dead, I heard they had a lot of hardship. It was cold in that it was a shack they were in. And they had to film in different places. The hotel wasn't that great either. The name of that movie, Toy Story. Toy Story? with Woody and Buzz Lightyear. There's a lot of stuff I didn't see coming in this new presidency. This new president takes over And it's like they're wanting to smack the hornet's nest. They just want to go up to the hornet's nest and smack it. Everything was fine. But then again, how much of that is going to affect us? Smack the hornet's nest. After COVID, after 9/11, after all these other things that happened, why do we want to smack the hornet's nest? Certain people benefit. I've noticed that the psychopathy, how this world works, is all based on psychopathy. There's only a few people that are going to benefit from. It's always, every president we have, there's only a small group of people that benefit from said president. And it's always right or left, Every country, it seems, they have lefties, they have conservatives. And it's like, what about the benefit of all? Wouldn't it be nice if everyone benefited? Why do people have to shoot? G'day! Sophia's back. Hi, hi, hi there. Hello, my little angels. Pardon the pun. No, don't pardon the pun. Pun intended. Hello, my little angels. Eddie's Angels. Eddie's Funhouse. You get to watch me get older and older. Or maybe my open casket. It's weird when I get a certain age. I'm thinking more about end of life. People don't want to think about end of life. What's so scary about it? I was watching the live that you were doing. Yes, you did. You joined us in the morning. Eddie's Funhouse. You were in the process of playing a game. And then you saw an alert. Now here you are. Somebody's getting something out of this. The more your life flows together, the less you think about it. I've noticed that throughout my life. My life was so fluent. No matter what situation I was in, I'd always flow in to my next reality, my next stage or chapter in life. Just flow. Go with the flow. Don't be a blockage. I think I'm the only, you might be. Everyone's having to leave. And I think because I'm eloquent, people get what I'm trying to say. And they don't need to hear anymore. That's probably why. They say I'm eloquent. Maybe that's why they don't stay on very long, because they get what I'm saying. And then they go, okay, see you later. I got to do my laundry. I got to take my dog to the groomer. I'm going to play chess with somebody. I'm going to play table tennis. Is it the same game? Ping pong and table tennis? Isn't it the same game? You have a net on a foldable table. In the middle of a foldable table, there is a net. And you hit a little ball. I think it's the same thing. They are table tennis. People just are pretentious. They say, let's play table tennis. Let's play ping pong. It's funnier to say ping pong. Ping pong. There was a name, wasn't it? It was Christopher Walken. The Chinese call it ping pong. Yes. We need movies like that. We need movies like Airplane and Airplane 2 and Naked Gun. Naked Gun 33 1/3. Hot Shots. And then Hot Shots Part 2. That was funny. I like the Saddam Hussein references. I will kill you until you die from it. I do remember les fiches. Les fiches. As in les fiches. Like in Spanish, there's masculine and feminine. There's el cuchillo. I think it's la pistola. We better start learning Spanish. Start learning some Spanish. Ye. What does ye mean? People put ye. Is that a typo? Typo. Some typers have typos. I think my blood type is typo. That's funny. You can get jokes. A short, yeah. Okay. Short for yeah. Ye. For short. People like to abbreviate. Like English lit. You could get lit while you're learning English. English. Verstehen Sie Englisch? Ja? How are you? How are you? How am I? I like to think about stuff people no one thinks about. Like ice cream. Isn't it better when it's melted? Why do we put toppings on ice cream? Isn't ice cream enough? Ice cream apparently isn't enough. I'm starting to talk like Seinfeld. ¿Cómo está? Oh, está bien. Mi mamá es muy bien. I think that's how you say it. I said, you did. You speak habla español. Dame comida para mí. Yeah, that's right. See, we're smarter than we look. I'd like to think I'm smarter than I look. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. It's a long way if you want to be a star of stage and screen. Look out, it's rough and mean. You think it's easy doing one-night stands? Try playing in a rock and roll band. Do you know? Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Do you know? Do you know? That song was on God Bless America. They were making fun of a guy on, hi, it's Duda. Duda and Sophia. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. Come with your uncle and hear angel trumpets and devil's trombones. You are invited. What is 5 divided by 5? Would be 1. 5 divided by 5. You can only put 5 into 5 one time. That's what they teach you. They say math proves God. Where did math come from? Correct. That's right. Correct. I guess I'm supposed to eat more chocolate. I've been thinking of chocolate. Am I supposed to eat more? Where did the thought come from? Thoughts can be put into your head. All you have to do is look at a picture or read a book or listen to somebody and a thought goes right into your head. It's called communication. Someone called me love. Really? Someone called you love in Spanish? Amor? I think that's how you say it. Amor. Mi amor. I want to hold him like they do in Texas Tea. Oh, 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 Can you read my poker face? They were 22? Really? Wow. Get out your pepper spray. Pepper spray. We should all have pepper spray. It'll make people behave themselves. If they knew they were going to be pepper sprayed, I think there'd be a lot less goings on. There'd be a lot less people being rude. If everyone were allowed to carry a can of pepper spray, I think people would behave themselves. In high school, they have to spray you with pepper spray so you know what it's like. Like in the military, they give you a dose of pepper spray or a dose of mace just to show you what it's like and how to respond. They say Vaseline, putting Vaseline on your skin stops you from feeling the burn of mace. C1 and C2 or something like that. Cry now and cry later. CN and CS, gas. Yeah. Gas, gas. That's the sign for gas. Then put on your mask. Farting in class. Farting in sign for gas when someone farts in class. Fart first class. You don't sit at the back of the plane if you fart first class. All right, am I getting sleepy? I think so. We've got 9. I'm seeing another 9. Someone said if I keep seeing 9s, I'm going to be rich. If I keep seeing, and somebody mentioned turtles. Notice that? Somebody said, I like turtles. I don't think it was in this live, it was the other one. Yeah, those are signs I'm going to be rich. I always like driving by the lottery sign. How old are you? Oh man, wasn't she 9? Didn't you just turn 9? I think it is. It's been a while. You just had a birthday, didn't you? Duda? I remember singing happy birthday to a couple of people today. Or no, I played my flute. It's time for the flute. We're concerned about you, Duda. You'll be back. Duda's about to tell us how old she is. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Happy trails to you. Until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and think about sunny weather. You'll be back again. You have time to type it out. I think it's dusty in here. My nose is itching. I wonder what that's a sign of. When your nose itches, does that mean you're in somebody's business? Or someone's getting into my business? That's what we need to rest in. You're back. Welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. It's warm and cozy here. There's plenty to eat. It's warm and cozy and there's plenty to eat. I tried crowbars, I tried wires. I almost had him with a pair of pliers. I tried cheese, but he's not biting. I wish this wasn't so exciting. Go, gerbil, go. I'll stop there. Burrow harder, burrow deeper. Be my little chimney sweeper. One thing I forgot about. How am I supposed to get you out? Something's telling me I'm sleepy. It's my eyelids. My eyelids are telling me I'm sleepy. It is 7:23, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to respond to my brother's text. That's what I should do so he doesn't worry about me. We think the worst when people don't answer. Sorry I'm not home right now. I'm walking in the spider web. Leave a message and I'll call you back. I screen my phone calls no matter who calls. That will probably be playing. That will probably be playing on my pool party. At my pool party on just on April, was it April 20th? Pool party. They'll be playing Sorry I'm Not Home Right Now. I'm walking in the spider web of my final day. Some people do that. They tell you when they're going to die, and then they die on that day. Hospice nurses notice that. There's one I was listening to. Guy told her, I'm going to die today. And she goes, no, you're not. Sure enough. Show enough. All right, that's enough of that. I must be bothered by something. Am I bothered? I screen my phone calls. I think that's it. Does anybody want to say goodbye? I'll give you a chance to say goodbye. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. MIC. See you real soon. Well, I guess this is goodbye. Have a good night.